Slowing down, she passed the willow trees on her right and admired their beauty. She really liked living in Atlanta. The city had a special charm. She still felt strange, like someone was watching her. That was ridiculous. It was dead quiet. The water of the lake beside her was perfectly calm. She glanced at her tracker. The numbers hadn't changed, but she saw it was getting late. She didn't have time for another circle. She had to get ready for class. Ignoring her heart rate, she sped up again. As she passed a hill on her right side, she thought she saw movement. That was silly. No one was in the park now. Was she getting as paranoid as her mother? Uncomfortable, she glanced over her shoulder. Nobody was there. Wait, was that a shadow behind that pine tree up there? She thought it moved. Was someone watching her? No, she was being paranoid. But before she could take another step, she heard something whoosh down the hill and leap onto the pavement. And then someone gave her a hard shove from behind. She stumbled and fell onto the pavement, catching herself with her palms, skinning the flesh. "What do you think you're doing?" "Shut up," growled a frightening voice. She tried to get up. Suddenly, there was a bright light that seemed to flood the whole world. He was in front of her now, shining something in her face. Terrified, she raised an arm to shield her eyes. "Leave me alone. There are police all around here." "There's no one here." He grabbed her wrist and pulled her to her feet. Somehow she managed to break away from him. She started to run, but she could barely see after that light in her eyes. He rushed up behind her and grabbed her again, holding her around the waist so tight she could barely breathe. "Stop it," she said as loudly as she could. "I said shut up." Before she could catch her breath and cry out for help, she felt something cold on her neck. And then a sting. A knife. He had a knife to her throat. She felt a trickle of blood and began to tremble all over. "See, you made me cut you. Now be quiet or I'll have to kill you right here." A ferocious fear engulfed her. She thought she might pass out from it. "No, don't do that. I'll be quiet." "Take off that tracker." "What?" "That fitness tracker. Take it off." Was he robbing her? She reached for the band on her wrist, but her fingers were trembling so hard she could barely open the clasp. "Hurry up," he grunted. "I'm trying." Finally, she got it loose and held it out to him. "Here." "Throw it in the grass." "What?" He wasn't robbing her? "You heard me. Do it." He squeezed her tighter. She tossed the tracker across the pavement and it landed somewhere on the lawn. "Now your cell phone." "My cell phone?" Now she understood. He didn't want to be traced. "Are you deaf?" He was getting really agitated. He pressed the knife harder against her neck, forcing her to raise her chin to keep from getting cut again. Okay. She reached into her pocket, pulled out her phone, and tossed it on the grass. She thought of the last text her mother had sent her. Why hadn't she listened? "All right, now we're going for a little walk." He tightened his grip around her waist and ushered her onto the grass and under the trees. "Where are we going?" "It's a surprise." "That will be nice," she said, trying to humor him. But as she stumbled over the ground and they moved farther and farther away from the lake, she had a feeling she wasn't going to like this at all. Could she get away from this crazy man? With a sinking feeling, she realized that probably wasn't going to happen. Her heart racing, hot tears rolling down her cheeks, she didn't dare think about what would.